Spaghetti Bolognese is what's up on Smoky Mountain Faith Food and Fun. Lots of beautiful and wonderful ingredients are going to go together to make a hearty meat sauce for your family. Stay tuned, it's coming up next. Today we are going to make my somewhat famous meat sauce, or spaghetti sauce, or bolognese, or however you want to refer to it. It is my meat sauce. I haven't met anyone yet who doesn't like it, and many people have requested the recipe. So I'm going to make it today for y'all so that you can see it for yourself. I also use this same meat sauce in lasagna or $1 Million Spaghetti recipe. If you've ever made either of those, it is a very flavorful sauce, and it's really very simple actually. And I do let it simmer on the stove, but you can do it in your Instapot or your pressure cooker as well. Anyway, this sauce is kind of special to me at this stage in my life, because the last 4 or 5 years when I would visit my mom in Indiana, she would always ask before I left, "Can you make me some spaghetti?" And so I'd always make her a big old batch of it, and she would end up freezing portions of it for my stepdad and herself. And she just loved my spaghetti. And as we talked about in our Christmas Eve video, Mom and my stepdad both passed away this last July, and it was all very sudden and unexpected. And so today I am making sauce for Mom, and I know she can't eat it, but I think that she will be honored by my sharing the recipe with you all. So come on over to the stove, because everything is done on the stove except for the chopping of the onion. And we will get started. I hope that you guys enjoy this video. Please like and subscribe while we head over to the stove and get things together. That's going to help our channel grow. The like button kind of looks like a little thumbs up. And then there's a notification bell, little bell just under the video. If you click that, that'll tell you when we post new videos. And that is going to help our channel grow so that we can do more for you. And we really, really appreciate it. So let's just a second, and we will head over to the stove and get started on our spaghetti sauce. All right, everybody, we are at the stove. I have my pot at about a medium, a little over halfway heat. And I did not mention olive oil in the recipe in the beginning, but we are going to use a little bit of olive oil, and that's going to into our hot pan. And the first thing we are going to do is, it's going to get a little loud. I'm going to throw our ground beef and our sausage into the pan. We're going to use our handy dandy meat chopper to get that broke up. These are a wonderful tool. If you don't have one, I would suggest you definitely find one. Most places just call it a meat chopper. This is the Pampered Chef meat chopper. I've had it for many, many, many years. So I'm just gonna get it broke up real good. Good way to take out your frustration. going to get this meat browned, and I will bring you back as soon as it is to the brown stage. And what I am going to actually do is I will drain it as well, because then we want to cook those onions and get those sauteed a bit before we put our sauce in. We'll be right back. And we're getting there on the doneness of this sausage and ground beef. And just want to get it till it's mostly not pink. It will obviously cook in the sauce a little bit, but we are about there with the doneness, and I'm going to go and drain it so that we can get rid of some of the fat, and then come back and I will saute onions and show you how to put it together. It's really very simple. Alright y'all, our meat is draining, and now we're going to saute veggies and add on our flavor of our spices and get those moving. Just throw in a little bit more olive oil. With sauce, you can't really have too much olive oil. It's just delicious. We're gonna throw in our onions and get them moving. In there. And now we're going to layer in our Italian seasoning. As I said before, I am a big fan of Pampered Chef seasonings, and this is their Italian seasoning. Any Italian seasoning, of course, will work. And I'd say that's probably 2 tablespoons. We like the flavor of the Italian seasoning in our sauce. Now, I use a canned, literally canned, pasta sauce. That is the cheapest one on the shelf, actually. And people are actually shocked when I tell them that after they've tasted my sauce. It's just good. It's a good base. It's a good base for my sauce, and it's how do you say? It's a good jumping off point, is what I would call it. It's the Hunt's pasta sauce by Look and Herb. I use 2 cans, and that's how Mom likes it the best. She, I've done it with the crushed tomatoes and added, everything, and she liked it, but she preferred it made with the Hunt's. And I think maybe just because there is a little bit of sugar in it, it's not real high carb. I think there's 7 carbs per serving, which is not too bad. And actually, it's probably 5 if you're counting net carbs. But there are definitely higher sugar sauces out there. So I don't know that I would use it on its own. Maybe for a pizza sauce if I was making cooked pizzas. But for the jump off point for my sauce, I prefer the Hunt. Alright, got to have garlic. I use the jar garlic because, well, it's easy. Now, if I'm making something fancy, an Italian dish that's fancy, or going to a lot of trouble to make something special that garlic is a featured flavor, I will mince my own fresh garlic. But for this purpose, the jar garlic works perfectly fine. Yeah. These are just about done already. See how simple? Now, you can take this moment to add in some salt and pepper. With sauce, for me, it's an as-you-go type thing. And however much you like. We're going to start with a few grinds of each, and as it cooks throughout the next couple of hours and simmers on the stove, I'll add more. But that's a how do you like it kind of thing. I can't tell you how to do it because you know how much salt and pepper you like. Oopsie, didn't need to bunker. Alright, so Brooksy baby, asked me if I'd put mushrooms in this time. And so, to honor his request, we are having mushrooms. I love mushrooms. He loves mushrooms. Matter of fact, my favorite pizza, literally, is just a mushroom and cheese pizza. So we're going to throw the mushrooms in and get those done. I will bring you back as soon as these have cooked just a little bit, and we will put in the rest of our ingredients. Alright everybody, our mushrooms have cooked down, our onions have cooked down, and now we're going to add our sausage and ground beef back into the pot and stir it up. Doesn't look very good right now, but I promise you it'll look good when we're done with it. Alright, so now we get to add in our pasta sauce and tomatoes. Again, I just use, I'll show you the can after I dump, Hunt's. That's it. 2 of those. These are 24-ounce cans. There goes number 2. And 1 can of the Italian recipe DelMonte stewed tomatoes, and we're going to chop those up with our spoon there before I add the next ingredient, which is completely and totally optional. Yeah, that's perfect. After these cook down some more, I may go in there with the chopper and chop up some more, but we like a chunky tomato sauce or a chunky Bolognese. And okay, so the next thing we do, and is you either like it or don't, and you either do it or don't, but we like it and so we do it, is a little bit of a red wine. And I kind of just clean out the can. That's probably a half cup. And the alcohol cooks off. It just leaves that wonderful flavor. This is actually a semi-sweet red wine. So there's that whole debate on whether sugar belongs in sauce or not, or gravy, however you want to say it. Well, I think a little bit of sugar is good because it cuts the acidity. We don't want it to be sweet, but we don't want it to be bitter, which tomato products can definitely be bitter if you don't add just a little bit of sugar. Just a spoonful of sugar helps the Bolognese go down. Yeah, I'm not funny, I know. Okay. See our little heart spoon? That's cute, isn't it? Get those on Amazon. I should set up an Amazon shop. I'll think about it. All right, so there it is. Now I'm going to leave it on low medium heat to come to a simmer, and I'm going to let it simmer. I'm probably going to let it simmer a few hours. If you're in a rush, I would give it at least 45 minutes to an hour. Obviously, the longer you let it simmer, the more flavor is going to sink in. And I'll probably check on it here and there and decide if it needs any extra salt and pepper or anything. But this is generally how I do it. This is the way Mom loved it. Brooks is very excited to have sauce today. And we will bring you back when it's time to try it. We will see you in a little bit. Look at that. After a few hours of simmering on the stove, it's thick, it's chunky. That sauce is beautiful. And most of all, it's going to go delicious with some angel hair pasta. That's what Brooksy likes. And some garlic bread. Next up, we will show you the finished sauce on a plate of pasta. And you will see deliciousness. And our Bolognese gravy meat sauce, whatever you like to call it, is done and finished. And doesn't it look delicious? You can see all the goodness in there. We want to thank you again for joining us on Smoky Mountain Faith, Food, and Fun. And we hope that you will continue to watch us and share us, like and subscribe. That's going to help our channel grow so that we can do more for you. And again, if you've got prayer requests, this is a ministry before it's anything else. And if you need prayer, you need someone to talk to, Brooks is a minister, and we both love the Lord and would like to be able to help you if you need it. Again, God bless you. Have a wonderful day. And we hope to see you again very soon. Bye-bye.